Hi everyone, welcome to my garden. I thought it might be a nice change of pace to just take y'all outside so you could walk with me as I gather some things for my dinner tonight out of my garden. I've got a variety of different things going on, some squash, some lettuce. You see behind me there's some corn. So there are all kinds of things growing in my garden. And while I'm out here, I sometimes think to myself, all right, what kind of lessons can be learned from the garden? So a lesson came to me tonight when I was actually looking at my squash plants. So let's take a little look at my squash. There they are. Yep, there are different levels of development. Some are just now coming on, like this one. There are some that are a little bit more mature, but they all look different. They're all growing separately as individual units. That's kind of how people are. We grow at different rates, we grow at different speeds, but we all grow to be unique and interesting things, beings, creations of our Lord. So here's another thing. As I was picking some squash for my dinner, I found that there are all kinds of different shapes. Look at that one, right? There are all kinds of different shapes, sizes. Let me see if I can get those. Yeah. See? So some are very long in shape, some are a little bit tubby. But then I came across this one. See how that's kind of fused together? So I was thinking, what lesson could possibly be learned by this being fused together? And I thought, well, sometimes our families look like this. Sometimes each individual comes in and they're their individual person, but then they get too close. We might be experiencing some of that right now while we're staying home and staying safe and doing school at home and wrapping that up. Sometimes we just need to be a little bit separate. So this is what we're calling in the therapy world, differentiation of self. Each individual creation needs to be their own separate person. Now, sometimes that can be a little bit scary, especially with our young children when they realize that they are separate from their parents, and they still, of course, make sure that they are doing what's right with their parents, and there are some corrections going on, appropriately in the house. But each individual child is ultimately going to be their own person. So that separation is typical. It's natural. It's by design. So sometimes when our children are misbehaving or testing their limits, they're trying to separate just a little bit within those boundaries of safety and security with the people and the places that know and love them. So today, that was just my lesson that I gained from walking around my garden, and I hope it was helpful for you. And stay tuned. I think there might be some other wisdom that comes out of the garden later. So for now, this is Dr. Pam Wren with Acorn Counseling saying good night and have a blessed evening.